You demanded it.
And demanded it, and demanded it, and demanded it.
And now you're going to get it.
Yeah.
The Nostalgia Critic commercials. Now,
oh boy.
Depending on how well these are received by the fandom, which I'm pretty sure they're going to like it.
How much they requested it, probably pretty well.
Yeah, so we're starting all the way back at the beginning. I remember when Doug was starting to release these, I didn't really get a chance to watch them much. I watched, I think, part of the second one and a little bit of the third one, but I haven't seen the first one. So,
well, we're doing it.
I've seen none of these.
I've seen none of these.
I actually didn't really know this
You've
was
probably
a thing.
seen some of the commercials that he's going to watch. Now, we'll have to see, but
we're old.
We're old men.
We are old men.
Yeah, we are those accursed millennials that news media just so happens to hate.
Hey, look, I'm like 80 or 90 on the inside.
I'd say
I have an
I'd say I'm in my
overwhelming urge
40s.
when I see children walking on my road to just be like, "Get off my lawn!"
And they're not even on your lawn; they're like on the sidewalk.
Oh no, there's no sidewalk, but they are past the curb. They are not on my property, but I still want them to get off my lawn.
I do have a running joke with one of my friends that we joke and say he is Clint Eastwood from Gran Torino.
Get off my lawn.
Yep. Basically.
Oh boy! But the Doug Walker, the Nostalgia Critic, you all would notice that we did not do a Nostalgia Critic last week.
Right.
I did that out of respect of Doug Walker's mother passing away. Doug, you know, anytime you lose a parent, I mean, I really can't speak on it because it's a hard thing for me to fathom.
It's rough. I lost my dad, and it's rough. But the way I lost him well before he passed away, because dementia. It's a hell of a thing.
It is. It is from what I understand, and Doug is a strong-willed person, and I know he'll find a way. I know he'll find a way through this. I know him and his mother, you know, always had such a great relationship, and we just want to say, Doug, if just by some chance, if you ever see this, man, thank you for all that you do.
We're pulling for you.
And
buddy.
we are pulling for you, man. And, you know, our heart goes out to you big time. But we figured one way we could help pay tribute in some way is by enjoying the fruits of your labor with one of your most popular series that you do for the Nostalgia Critic, and that is the commercials.
All right.
Which we're going to start with the first one, which is just titled Commercials. So, gentlemen, shall we get started?
Let's get in there.
Let's do it.
It's on the back of the chart.
Hello, I'm the
Little M&M
Nostalgia
pack.
Critic.
Oh,
I
like M&M
remember it's
peanut.
a home.
That's a big-ass cookie.
Well, ever since last week, in the comments made by the director of My Pet Monster, I've been doing a little thinking. Asking myself some questions. Like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Just really where I want to be? Pathetic loser?
Still there.
So I do what I always do when I get really depressed. I watch old nostalgic TV.
Don't mess with Sergeant Slaughter. He's a strong
Sergeant Slaughter, you represent a simpler time, when your last name could also represent illegal war crimes.
Sergeant
Or when
Slaughter.
your biggest problem was not collecting the latest action set.
Fight the good fight, Sergeant Slaughter.
The heroes in a half show are making a surprise. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pies.
Yeah.
Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pies. I remember when the line fresh from the sewer actually sounded appetizing.
Fresh from the sewers to you.
God,
Fresh from the
is this the only thing to bring me pleasure? Just pure pathetic nostalgia? I'm a wreck!
Aw, there, Critic. It's not so bad.
It is so bad! Get out of here!
Fine.
Fedora Raptor?
Yeah, that's
I'm a
Rob.
dinosaur.
I'm a dinosaur.
Fucking commercials. What is it about them that draws me to them? They're so conniving and yet so inviting. It's like they're in their own little world, a world that wants to be nice to you but scam you at the exact same time. Something about them strangely gives me
On in the
comfort.
chipmunks.
I could actually watch these ads all day. Actually, it's not a bad idea.
Maybe I need to take a break from nostalgic movies and nostalgic TV shows and take a look at the stuff in between. I mean, I loved commercials growing up. They got me excited for all the things I'd pester my parents over until their ears gushed with blood. Every time you watched them, you felt like you were making a deal with them. You buy their products, and they in return deteriorate your intelligence and physical health. It was a good trade. How can such cunning manipulation go unappreciated? You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna take this whole episode, I'm just gonna watch commercials.
Capitalism.
Yeah, this is a tribute to all the plastic, sugar-coated nonsense that we loved growing up. This is a segment I like to call After These Messages.
After these messages.
I remember that.
Messages. After these messages. After these messages. We'll be right back.
I'm not gonna go in any order or tie them together with any theme. It's just gonna be commercials. So, let's get started.
Look, it's Jeff Armstrong. He's eating Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks. You remember
Apple Jacks,
right?
yes.
It always starts off with a group of kids eating the cereal, and some snooty know-it-all always asks why they like eating it if it doesn't taste like apples. Which is a good point. Why the hell doesn't it taste like apples? It's like if Cocoa Puffs tasted like Oak Bran. It's kind of false advertising.
It's Jeff Armstrong. He's eating Apple Jacks. He's cool. We'll see.
Yes, we'll see if he's cool by subjecting him to the Apple Jacks test.
Not the Apple Jacks test.
Yes, the Apple Jacks test!
They named it Apple Jacks. Shouldn't it taste like apple? That isn't why it tastes so good. Then why?
You must choose.
Yes.
Yep.
They just do.
You have chosen wisely.
Kellogg's Apple Jack cereal is part of this complete breakfast.
And then they all end with the kids taking a picture together. But my absolute favorite is the caption at the bottom. Apple Jacks 94. Somebody actually looked at this picture and called it Apple Jacks
he
94.
said it's more plausible.
As if to say,
He's agreeing with you, Ben.
I remember that summer. That was the summer of Apple Jacks. The summer where anything was possible. The summer where boys became men and girls became women. That was Apple Jacks. I know. I wrote it on a picture. Do you think the kids from It did that? Like when they all took that picture together, they simply labeled it the summer of Apple Jacks 54? You know, instead of the summer of, oh my god, a killer clown, a fucking killer clown, don't ever forget the killer clown, a killer clown. It could happen.
Kellogg's Apple Jack cereal is part of this complete breakfast. I don't know what she's feeding him. Read what we like.
Your basketball Popples.
How about Popples? That was a clever idea.
I remember
It was a
that.
series of sports balls that could be
That's
turned into
actually
covered
making a
green.
bit of a comeback.
I got a Popple.
Dude, do you remember those? Oh my gosh, my sister had one. My sister had one that was a basketball.
This raises a few questions, though. Like, why were they playing with a furry pillow-like ball to begin with? Hey, you got our basketball? Oh, wow, that's a hairy fucker. It doesn't bounce in the slightest. This'll do us well. And then, of course, when they go after the ball...
I got a Popple.
Well, shit, he's got a supernatural creature that hasn't been discovered by science yet. But where's that darn ball? Also, I felt bad playing with these because I always felt like I was giving the Popples a migraine. I mean, you're kicking them around, throwing them. Doesn't that hurt? The Popples wouldn't come out like this. They look more like this. Well, you can't fault it on still being a clever product.
They're new from Mattel.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck this kid is on, but I want some.
Kinds of cream inside. He likes Giggles' funny face.
Giggles.
Fudge and vanilla cream in each one.
My God, people stoned out of their minds don't laugh this hard.
Yeah, they
Giggles cookie. 2 kinds of cream in each funny
I wonder if
face.
there's someone under the table like tickling his feet.
Turn the gas off! Turn the gas off!
There you go. Turn the gas off.
It's some
Yes!
This was unbelievable. This is like one of the most fucking epic
Yes,
commercials
it
ever
is.
put on television.
You get caught up in the crossfire. I had that
This
game,
apocalyptic
dude.
future
I
where the
loved
fate of
it.
the world rests in
Holy
the hands
shit.
of 2 kids who sit at a table and throw marbles at even bigger marbles.
it's like
Crossfire.
It's like the world of Tron if it was run by Lucas. It's the most badass
Yes.
commercial ever.
Yes, it is. Crossfire.
Go, Billy! The fate of Armageddon lies in your hands!
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's how you feel.
I mean, like, Rock'em Sock'em Robots wishes it could have been this kid.
Doug.
Santa has a very special Christmas message he wants everyone to hear.
Yeah, I don't think they do these anymore, but a long, long time ago, they used to have hotlines for everything.
Yeah. Call 1-900-909-4300. $2 first minute, 45 cents each additional.
Look at that, just $2 for the first minute and only 45 cents every additional minute. It's pretty fucking costly for the 1980s.
And Santa needs your help to spread the Christmas cheer. Be a Santa's helper.
Yeah, I always remember you call him up and some jerk-off would talk as slowly as possible so he could make sure that he eats up your time and your fucking money. What a dick cock.
Get your parents' permission to call Santa's special phone number now.
Actually, this takes on a different meaning nowadays, doesn't it? When you make a call that costs money, there's usually a different idea behind it. And the idea of Santa being a part of that is pretty freaking creepy.
Yep.
You've reached Santa's hotline. Have you been a naughty little boy? I bet you have. What are you wearing, naughty little boy?
Yep, there it is.
My pants for you. Get naked.
Speaking of Santa, how many of you get nostalgic whenever you see this commercial every year? It's practically a staple of Christmas now.
Yabba dabba fruit, delicious stew. Ho, 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 I'm hungry. Santa, my pebbles! Your pebbles? 'Tis the season to be sharing, Fred. Happy holidays, pal. Oh, Fred.
Hey, Fred, how can we celebrate Christmas if Jesus isn't born yet? Just eat your fucking cereal.
Get this, when Nintendo was all the rage, they actually made a Nintendo cereal. Yeah, it wasn't a Mario cereal or a Zelda cereal, it was just Nintendo in general. What a weird idea. It's kind of like making internet the cereal, isn't it? Though it would probably be the first cereal where you have to be over 18 to eat it. And it wasn't just called Nintendo cereal, it was called the Nintendo Cereal System. What the hell does that mean? Do you really have to put the word system at the end? Are we really gonna confuse this Nintendo for another Nintendo?
Nintendo Cereal System is a super part of this nutritious breakfast.
Okay, you meant Nintendo the Entertainment
Why the hell is Mario
System.
orange
I thought
and
you meant
Link
Nintendo
purple?
the...
I don't know.
Why?
Animatronic horse that only eats toothpaste and circus midgets. He's very big in Sweden. It was kind of cool because it was technically two cereals in one. That means there were 2 bags in each box. But I remember it was kind of a pain. Once you open the bag, you can't really close it. So if you open both of them and poured it out, you'll get double the cereal all over the place. Maybe that's why it didn't last so long, because half of it was on the floor instead of the bowl. Well, if it had Nintendo on it, you know we were gonna love it anyway.
2 cereals in one! Wow! Still toys trying to take over Castle Grayskull.
Just like today, fast food joints handed out toys with their kids' meals. And sometimes you get a cup like these He-Man ones here at Burger King. They always told epic stories, or at least as much as they could, being on a cup. But here's my favorite part of this commercial. The kids get the cups, and what do? Use them as swords. Man, those must be some pretty ghetto kids. I mean, was a stick really too expensive to use as a sword, so you have to use these? Were these your birthday gifts right after they took you to your party at the dollar store? Hardcore kids, really hardcore.
You know who it would be now? Brock Lesnar. He'd instead grab his chest and be like, I have the stupid sword tattoo.
I don't know what this kid's problem is, but he cracks me up. Listen to him. He's taking fun time just a little too friggin' seriously. Calm down, kid. You're building sandcastles and Lincoln logs. You're not a contracted construction worker. Why are these kids even hanging out with him? All he's doing is yelling at them all day. He's like a junior Sam Kinison.
Maybe they're his toys.
He's trying to be the foreman.
Come on, guys, there's work to do. Let's move.
I have to support a wife and kids working with you bozos, so let's get it right!
Yeah, he does sound like
Digger Dan Trucks, Power Mixer, Crane and Hardhouse, each sold separately. Batteries not included. New from Revell.
What is it? It's the Insecticon.
Hell yeah, Transformers. These were the coolest toys out there. Even if they did take an hour to figure out how the fuck they worked. They were still awesome, and we loved every minute of them. The coolest one of these commercials was the Insecticons, the robots that looked like insects. Why? Because goddammit, I like to think Tom Hanks influenced something in the movie. Yeah, we heard his idea and we thought it was awesome. And it kicked ass to suddenly see these things around.
From Big, I remember that.
Something that used to be in every Transformer commercial was an awesome but kind of creepy moment when the kids would say the robots in disguise line.
Jesus!
Yep.
I mean, it's cool, but it's also pretty freaky. It's like the kid got possessed by the devil or something.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Jesus. Okay, Exorcist. Connect 4! Yay!
Yeah, can't go wrong with this game. And the song, it turns out, was pretty catchy too. If you haven't played this game, then you have no childhood. This game was entertaining then, and it's still entertaining now.
It is.
If you're waiting for the dentist and they have their little toy mask. But it still counts!
Yeah. Well, this and playing
Kind of a lame joke they would do is that they would find as many puns they could do with the word for.
For real, for everyone. Relax.
Fortissimo.
For winning. Forget it. Forgive me.
Yeah, those were good, but let's see how far we can really push it.
For real, for everyone. Relax.
Oh, score.
Candles.
Wow.
What else can you say about a
That
solid
was
game
good.
with a solid ad?
Connect 4 from Milton Bradley.
Chia.
Chia Pets!
Those
Yes.
commercials are still around.
They are.
Friggin' world.
I was fascinated by kids who had Chia Pet.
Yeah, I actually
You know how
have-
they
I
say
have some
something
of
is
his
so
genetics.
boring that they rather watch grass grow? Well, now they made a toy out of it. They made a toy out of watching grass grow.
Bang.
That's how bored apparently we got. And just look at this incredible selection they have.
Chia teddy bears, puppies, kittens, rams, bulls. There's even a chia tree.
Tree? They actually put a tree in there? It's already a fucking tree. It does
That's like
nothing
some
except
Pokemon from
grow.
South
That's
Park.
all a tree does.
Blastor, Landiptor, Shoe.
Chia Pet, the pottery that grows.
If you liked it, good for you, but don't be surprised if you have a sudden fascination with Chia paint drying. And for the love of God, don't invite your friends over to watch it. You will be pitied.
Chia.
But bullshit.
This is the Micro Machine Man presenting.
Oh, this
Yes,
guy is
Micro
awesome.
Machines.
He started off as the FedEx man and moved on to a toy called Micro Machines, which sadly I don't think exist anymore.
Cruise your mini Micro Machine vehicles, planes, and boats to the police station, the marina, the mini motorcycle repair shop, the gas station, the construction office, work, the real working
I
drawbridge,
had
highway,
one of
passenger
those.
ramp, and
I
garage
had the
doors.
little
This guy
gas
is an
can
advertiser's
one.
dream
I
come
think
true.
it's still
He
got
gets
it.
out all the
Crazy
information you
Micro
need in
Machines.
seconds. Literally
Star
seconds.
Wars Micro
The dramatically detailed, swiftly trimmed
Oh,
replica
yeah,
of the
there
real
you
thing that holds 25 Micro Machines with fabulous, fantastic features, 2 totally terrific elevators, real working hoist, runway, and 2 cargo arms.
Every time he came on TV, you felt like you were doing ecstasy. Everything just seemed so fast, and everything else moved in slow-mo after he was done.
And these playsets fit together to form a perfectly precise Micro Machine world.
They were awesome.
Billy, its mother.
I had
Come
one.
to
I
dinner.
actually were two that.
The Micro Machine Man here, aircraft carrier there. You can't have that, but you can't have this.
Thank God this guy doesn't do audiobooks.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing in them, to die, to sleep, no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shock. That flesh is hair too, 'tis a consummation. Devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come. When we...
Yep, pretty much.
Toys were awesome, and this guy was awesome. Let's hope they both make a comeback sometime soon.
Remember, if it doesn't say Micro Machines, it's not the real thing.
Speaking of awesome, why the hell is there no more Ecto Cooler in the world? This was like the coolest
It's
drink
actually
ever.
made a comeback.
And by God, it was
it
the
has.
only good thing that Snot Bubble Slimer ever produced.
I see Ecto Cooler. Slimer's new fruit drink.
Though speaking of which, what are we supposed to assume that stuff is? I mean, did the best thing to come out of Slimer literally come out of Slimer? Oh my God, we could be drinking Slimer splooge! He already sort of looks like a giant sperm. It's like the sperm of a sperm or a... Ugh, I don't want to think about it. Ah, screw it. Whatever it was incredible. And it lasted a real long time, but at some point they discontinued it. And by God, were we pissed off. I keep hearing they're gonna make a new Ghostbusters movie sometime soon, and I'm telling you right now, if they do not do a crossover with Ghostbusters 3 and bring Ecto Cooler back, somebody really will
Well, they
be
did.
a fucking ghost.
They brought it back.
They did.
To me, that's my favorite. To me, that's my favorite part of the
Here's
new
Wet
Ghostbusters.
Banana.
Slip and slide.
You can dash and splash on Wet Banana like Billy.
Yes. Be like Billy and take a ride on the Wet Banana.
You can dip and slip like Ricky.
Yes, dipping and sliding is a very good thing to do with your Wet Banana.
Slippery wet fun for the whole gang.
A very special kind of gang, but yes, slippery wet fun is guaranteed.
Could that be Mom on Wet Banana? It is.
Mom! Get off my Wet Banana!
God!
What did Dad say?
Regular Wet Banana 25 feet long, and the new Wet Banana Super Slide 30 feet long.
My, that's a fucking big banana.
Each sold separately. From Cokie.
Caution may hurt some women.
Oh, Doug. Fraggle Rock!
Fraggle Rock.
Yes!
I love Fraggle Rock.
Then why'd you turn it off?
Chris, why don't you read something? But the Fraggles are really fun.
How dare you turn us off?
Ah, yes, the TV that actually encourages you to read. That's something you don't see very often.
I'm so confident you won't stop watching me that I'm just giving you books. Ha 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 ha! You can't read your addiction of me. I won't die until the internet's invented. I got 10 more years, suckers! Ha 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 ha!
Magic Potty Baby.
Oh god, not one of these. Quit while you're ahead, commercial. You might be able to sell it if you stop now.
Help you with your training pants, you make me so proud.
Oh, nasty! I mean, go!
It's fun to help Magic Potty Baby learn to use her potty.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Fucking
That's
gross.
stupid.
God, and they say boys can be disgusting. Ooh.
Magic Potty Baby, I'm so glad.
Don't kiss it. You don't know where it's been.
In her Magic Potty, no water, no mess.
Just pray that thing doesn't have to go number 2. Ooh. There, I spent all my time watching no nostalgic movies and no nostalgic TV shows. Just commercials. Nothing but commercials. Oh my god, that's even more pathetic! What? I spent all my time watching the shit that people skip? The hell's wrong with me? God, this isn't life, this is make-believe! I'm pathetic! I'm not a man!
There you are, Doug.
Oh no.
Look at you. You had such dreams ahead of you, such promise. You were perfect back then.
No, you
Okay,
weren't.
you had birth control glasses, teeth like a chipmunk, and a Dumb and Dumber haircut that only got dumb and dumber. But you had such hope.
There's nothing left for me anymore.
Doug.
I am a loser.
No, you're not.
You were right, director of My Pet Monster. I'm a loser. A weak,
pathetic loser.
But I never intended all this bullshit. Ever.
And nobody really understood. Well, how could they?
Oh no.
All I ever wanted was to bring them something great. Why does nothing ever turn out like it should? Well, what the heck? I went and did my best, and by God, I really tasted something swell.
Oh no.
For moments, why, I made directors cry, and at least I told them they could go to hell. I did, and for the first time since I don't remember when, I felt just like my critical self. And I know, Nostalgia Critic. That's right. I am the Nostalgia.
Yes!
There it is.
I just can't wait until my next review, because I've got some new ideas that I really want to do, and by God, I'm really going to give it all my might. Uh-oh. I hope there's still time to set things right.
Oh no.
Sandy Claus.
Wait.
Sandy Claus? I don't want to say Sandy Claus, I want to do another review. I don't know, Jesus, what do you think?
Let him rot.
Okay. Well, folks, I'm back. I may be pathetic, but I'm proud. So, welcome back to the traditional Nostalgia Critic, where everything is back to normal.
Bye-bye, Sandman.
Oh, except Christmas may be gone forever. Bye!
So I obviously was not aware this. Apparently the director of My Pet Monster ripped him a new one or something.
I believe so.
Yep.
You see, okay, here's the thing. The Nostalgia Critic has had problems in the past with directors and certain actors saying that their films were bad. He didn't like their films, and he pointed out how and why he didn't like them. And because he was
that happens all the time. People
well,
have
it's just like
opinions,
okay,
Yeah.
but because the Nostalgia Critic is so popular, and is producing a video series and is making money off of the review, they feel that they're owed something, or that if he's making money off of it, they should make money. It's a whole weird thing. Like Tommy Wiseau came after him big time when he did a review of The Room, which we're going to do that one, but we're waiting for a certain individual to return. She's talked about it at great length, and
I mean, and honestly, could we really, could we really live with ourselves if we didn't wait for her to do this?
I would say no. I mean, we couldn't live with ourselves. But but anyway, like the director, but directors and actors kind of, the biggest one, actually the best one I can think of. You ever heard of Mara Wilson? Matilda.
Yep. I thought I'd heard that name before.
Matilda. Yeah. Okay, Mara Wilson was this, was like a huge child star. She did Matilda. She did like Thomas the Tank Engine movie. She did several other. She did several other pretty big films. She was in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yep.
And the Nostalgia Critic said that she was needlessly overly cute, and she had the lisp and she had the lisp and everything to try and make her seem a little more cutesy than normal. And actually, it was in the middle of a review. Guess who shows up? Adult Mara Wilson.
Oh.
Spaghetti.
Adult Mara Wilson. The actual Mara Wilson shows up in the middle of one of his reviews and is just like, "Hi, Doug." And he's like, "Mara Wilson?"
There it is.
And she's like, "I've heard that you've been saying some things about me."
Well, obviously this was all scripted. I mean,
oh yeah.
Actually, some pretty interesting stuff. We'll have to come back. We'll have to do that review, and see, and that way you can see the full extent of it. But Doug's had people attack him in the past. He's had directors try and take down his videos. It actually got him kicked off of YouTube early on because everyone hated what he was doing, because all the big name directors hated what he was doing with such vigorous fury that they booted him off of YouTube, and he instead went to blip.tv, where he stayed until Blip closed, and now he's going through different formats and everything. And just because you shut down his YouTube channel doesn't mean his website can't make money. Which, from his website alone, in the first year he made $54,000, and he decided right then quit his job. So he did.
So he's actually Doug Walker Greyjoy. What is dead may never die, but rises again, harder, stronger.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yep.
And honestly, the Nostalgia Critic character has been through some pretty drastic changes, especially within the last 4 to 5 years. There's actually a time he actually tried to kill off the character because he thought it was holding him back. And actually, that's a whole other thing for a whole other time. But eventually, he realized that the Nostalgia Critic, he wasn't done with it, and he just decided, you know what? Let's try this again. And now he's back, and he's better than ever, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong; it's always good to go back and watch the old Nostalgia Critic videos every now and again.
The nostalgia,
yeah, pretty much. But the ones I always keep going back to is the ones that really put him on the map were his battles against the angry video game nerd, which are absolutely hilarious. I love them. They're so low budget and so epically cheesy that it's just yes, more of that. And actually, him and James Rolfe have actually collaborated a lot over the last 10 years. And honestly, as long as they keep doing what they do, man, I really can't see any reason why they should stop. I mean, as we always say here at the Renegade Faction, you do what you want.
There are no rules.
Yes.
Yep.
But
thanks for that, Mike. Can we keep borrowing that?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I don't believe in intellectual property.
Well, there you go. Well, there you go.
Just making sure.
So anyway, everyone out there, thank you all so much for tuning into this. If you wish to check out Doug Walker's YouTube channel, there is a link down below. Check out this video. Check out the other videos on his channel. Guy does awesome work. And once again, Doug, if there is by any slim chance that you do see this, thank you once again for this. This was amazing. This was awesome. You sent us on a nostalgia trip, the likes of which I don't think we'll ever fully return from, because that's the thing about nostalgia.
That's all we have.
That is really all we have.
The baby boomers already destroyed the housing market.
There you go. Okay, we got political there. Once again, and on that bombshell, that's going to do it. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in. We are the Renegades signing off. Peace out.
You are terrible at the bombshell.
I don't give a shit.